my very best. So not gonna be a long video at all. So hopefully I don't have any like bad coughs or whatever. Um, not feeling my best, but I wanted to talk about it. Like, the tournament is here. Um, the Big Ten, the women's uh, conference tournaments. Um, for me, my most important conference tournament to pay attention to is obviously the one where both of my teams reside in. I said rely. I mean reside. The UCLA Bruins and the Iowa Hawkeyes. So okay, let's see. So this thing starts Wednesday, March 5th. Game one, 12 seeded Washington versus Minnesota on Peacock. Game two, Nebraska versus Rutgers. And then game three, Iowa versus number 11 Iowa versus number 14 Wisconsin. 25 minutes after game two. Also on Peacock, all three games on Peacock. So look, um, I know that getting the 11th seed, could be kind of kind of sketchy, kind of crazy because it's like, wait a second here, like we legitimately, you know, had ourselves a pretty damn good season going 20-9. It could be argued that we could be ahead of Indiana. I don't know that we are better than Nebraska, although we did get revenge on them. I do think that we could be better than Oregon, but we lost to Oregon. Look, the seeds are what the seeds are. We cannot fuss, we cannot complain. Um, Nobody's gonna feel sorry for us. Nobody's felt sorry for us all season. So it's a rematch game for Wisconsin, so you know that they probably fired up for that because our season ended with us down in Wisconsin 81-66 in the season finale. So you think that Sarah Williams and Wisconsin will be looking for some get back, and we're gonna find out what we're made of from the jump. We're gonna find out, can we dispatch this Wisconsin team twice, which I think that we should be able to do. Is it fair? No, it's not fair that we have to, kick this thing off in the first round immediately. But it's not been a fair season for us. We've been fighting, we've been scrapping, and we're just gonna have to continue to do so. We're just gonna have to continue to scrap and fight and expect. It's hard. I'm not gonna call Wisconsin a good team. I'm not gonna go that far, but I will say it's hard. It's hard to beat any team twice. It's harder to beat a good team twice, so I do think the odds are in our favor. We could probably beat Wisconsin. What's going on, William? Yeah, I feel like this is indeed a raw deal. This is somewhat of a dirty deal that we have to play on opening night. But hey, I mean, this is what we drew. This is what happens. They probably don't look at us quite the same. We've been fighting. We've been earning our keep all year long. All year long, we've been earning our keep. So, if we are worth our salt in any way, we'll figure out how to beat Wisconsin. We'll figure out how to get past them. What am I looking forward to? I'm just looking forward to see us, approach this game professional, play smart, knowing and understanding that they might be trying to get some get back on us, and just recognizing and realizing, okay, you have an opportunity to get some wins here, and you might need. Me personally, I think you need this Wisconsin game for sure. Now, me, I think if you want to automatically get through to the tournament, to the March Madness, the big dance, I want to say that you want to win at least two games in this tournament. I think any more than that would just be, the icing on the cake if we could get deep, make a deep run into this tournament. And I think, a lot is going to be dependent upon three people: Lucy, Sydney, and Hannah. And their leadership is going to be key. Obviously, Sydney being a senior, it's rough and tough. I hate that this is her last year. And Kylie Fairback's defense is going to be called upon too. Lucy has been great for us all season. Can she continue to be so? And then Hannah Stokey. Hannah Stokey just has to play like she played against Wisconsin. What did she do? Score 23 in the season finale. Was it 23? Hannah Stokey had a great game um, versus versus Wisconsin. And I think Wisconsin finished the season 13-14. Don't quote me, I could be wrong. Obviously, Iowa finished the season 20-9. Uh, I feel like they're showing me every time I type in Iowa something, they always give me the men team first. When in reality, I'm trying to figure out something on the women's side of things. They always give me the men's team first. Like, no, I have to specifically type in women's basketball. Lauren Betts should have transferred to Iowa. I know, but did you see how she played against USC? I don't want her here if she going. I mean, I was embarrassed. I was hot. I said some things about Lauren. I mean, I called her a garbage can. I was upset, man. Like the way she played. I don't mind that we lost against USC, but it's the way she did not show up that pissed me off. Like Lauren, you 6'7". That was the most quietest 11 rebounds I ever seen. In all my time of watching basketball and all my years of just being a fan of this sport, I just couldn't. I mean, I get it. She's a kid. I do realize that I had to step back and kind of process through that and realize that, you know, she's still growing, she's still learning, but she has things that she needs to improve on. And when you look at USC, they own us. So I want to see that fire. Like how long must they own us? Like before you get sick, like how long before you just get sick and tired? So I'm not so much saying that like, and I do realize I said things about bets that I shouldn't have said. Um, but I'm just also glad that I didn't really do a video on it because it's like sometimes you say things and then you got to walk them back, and you shouldn't have to walk things back like that. So honestly, she just knows she needs to improve. I hope that the right players got in her face in the locker room and talked to her and let her know, okay, you're 6'7", you're a future pro. You got to get better. You got to get a jump shot. You need a mid range. You got to get tougher. And I think these are things that she know. And I do think that the only two losses to USC, um, most teams would love to go 28-2. So I can't be too upset. And I do think I was acting irrational. But I also know that I wanted her to show up. And I thought that Kiki Rice showed up. And I'm like, okay, where's everybody else? And I also get that the UCLA coach was acting out of control and throwing the team under the bus. She threw everybody under the bus except for Kiki and Gabriella. And I didn't like that. So that also made me say, I have to be mindful of how I come across and how I talk about these players. If you notice, William, I always treat our Hawkeyes players with the utmost respect, and so I need to be doing the same thing for my Bruins. I need to be showing them the same because I always treat, even in losses, I always treat our players with a lot of respect. But I don't plan to make this live go too long. I just wanted to pop in and talk about the Iowa's Big Ten tournament. The outlook. Betts is 6'7", which can't be coach, right? I'm wondering could Addie be drafted, given her Addie who? Addie and now you're not talking about Deal. Deal you talking about O'Grady? I don't think Addie going I don't think she going I don't think she's gonna go pro. I just don't feel like Addison O'Grady. I think that she's nice. I think that she has the height. Um, she's got the length, but I don't see WNBA in her future. Um, Monica Zazano and seen WNBA in her future. I thought she was really nice and she didn't make it. So Monica not making it doesn't really. Monica should have made it. I don't know why. Maybe Monica. I know Monica wanted to be something else, and I forgot what it was. But I thought Monica's a really, really good player. As her and Caitlin Clark was like a great 1-2 punch. But I don't think Addison O'Grady is going to be playing professional ball. Who on this team could play professional ball? Luciosa. And then I think that if Sydney was healthy all season long, I think she would be um, being discussed as potentially being like a late second or third round pick. But the fact that Sydney didn't have like a full season of health, um, I don't think that she's going to be playing pro ball. But the one thing that Sydney does you cannot teach is hard hustle, effort, grit, energy, and these things she brings. Um, Ultimately, I just think that she's probably not going to make it, but I do think that she could have. I do think that if she would have had a tremendous full senior season, that some team would say, and if a falter, if she has a great Big Ten tournament and a great March Madness run, you never know. She could actually probably sneak and get drafted. The thing is, not everybody wants to play professional basketball, and some people don't believe that they can. When in reality, they can. Some people don't believe they can. Like if you look at Kate Martin didn't think she was. Kate Martin came to support Caitlin Clark. Now y'all know I always said that I always said Kate Martin was a WNBA player. I was screaming it for the last 2 seasons, and it just got more and more evident to me. And I was always saying, you know what, the WNBA, y'all need to look out for Kate Martin. Somehow, some way, everybody caught on, and Kate Martin ended up in the WNBA, which is what she should be. And sometimes you have those players that like people they don't think they could make it, but they can make it. And then obviously you have obviously you have players who they um they have a great postseason run, but they really shouldn't have been drafted, like a Abby Myers, who I think played ball in Maryland. Shouldn't even be a consideration for someone I think, especially regarding especially her rebounding as a guard. Lisa Bluter said Kate Martin was looking at a WNBA player at the beginning of last season. I remember that. Um, so 2 years back, during our first run to the title game against LSU, the flashes were there. Um, and then the following season against South Carolina, I just kept seeing signs of toughness. I just kept seeing a player that knew which passing lanes to fill. I just kept seeing a player who knew where to be at on the court. A player that was almost a knockdown shooter. If you got it to Kate Martin, she was almost as good as gold, especially from the corner. Kate Martin, toughness with the rebounding, slashing to the rim, getting fouled. She was the perfect piece for Caitlin Clark. Oh yeah, I said that, William. The receipts is there, man. Like if I got so many videos and so many shorts. If I go back through and pull up some of these shorts and like re-upload them or clip them and put them back just like some people say, I don't give South Carolina no respect. When they beat us, the first thing I did was congratulate Don. I saluted Don. I don't understand some SC fans. Don't even get me on that subject. Like, don't even get me started, because like I give nothing but praise and recognition to a team when they handle their business. Now LSU, that title game was something that was harder for me to take and harder for me to live down. But the South Carolina thing, losing to Don Staley, we beat them in the Final Four the year prior. I didn't feel no kind of way about it. I was just like, okay, we lost, and congratulations to them. I never spewed no vitriol. I never came with no anger. I never came with no venom. I was never a sore loser in that regard. Like I kind of was a sore loser with LSU, but that's because so many people told us that that championship would be ours. And I could remember telling family and friends like, "Pump your brakes." They was like, "We're gonna beat LSU," and I'm like, "We might." There's no guarantee that we were gonna beat them. Like people always saying, "Oh, y'all gonna get through." No, you have to play the games. Like people always say that, so I don't listen to that anymore. Like people was like, "Oh, y'all will be favored against LSU." You still got to go out there and play the game. So I really don't understand that. Sometimes how other fan bases could be like that, and like I mean, you don't see a lot of Iowa fans sitting there saluting all types of South Carolina fans and Don Staley and Asia Wilson's one of my favorite players. So that's when I realized that all I got to do is just continue to be myself. I don't have to please nobody. I don't have to sit there and beg people to, you know, accept what I say. Like again, I tip my cap at Don. I tip my cap to USC when they just beat UCLA for the second time in a row. Um, when Creighton knocked out Iowa and Caitlin's what the hell was that? Sophomore year? If you're still here, William, what year did we get knocked out by Creighton? That was Caitlin's sophomore year. Am I correct? This rain is coming down hard. I'm going in this live stream. I might can't even hear me over this rain. But I feel like Creighton pulled a second round upset. I didn't watch so much basketball. Things be blurring together sometimes. But I said, okay, Creighton pulled it off. Congratulations. You know, um, I don't have no bitterness. You know, the only time I was bitter was against LSU. It wasn't because of Angel Reese. It's just because, oddly enough, in the South Carolina game, I feel like we had a chance. We got off to a great start. We went into halftime down by two. Um, I thought we had a chance against SC. LSU just hit all those threes, and we never had a chance. I don't. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it no more. They just didn't feel good, and I can remember saying, "Damn." Better not at halftime. I'm still happy that we made it to both of those championships. Okay, William, you say you lost to Creighton and Creighton sophomore year. Okay, bet. I thought so. I just wasn't 100. I was like 99. I was like 98% sure. Yeah, I mean that was an upset, and I gave them their credit. The refs hurt us against LSU in 2023. That said, LSU shot extremely well. They earned the win. Technical with 7 points was terrible for us. Yeah. Um, can't get no redos, but I'm happy how far we made it. Um, Not a lot of teams gonna make that far. There can only be one champion, so um, I'm proud of us getting that far. I mean, it would be very easy to say, I'm angry because we never got it done because we had two chances. Look, Utah Jazz had two chances too against Jordan. Um, um, and nobody on LSU or South Carolina is Michael Jordan, but still, Utah had two chances in 97 and 98, and they just couldn't. So sometimes you just don't get it done. And and the fan, you got to live with it. Unfortunately, um, not everybody can have all these crazy amounts of McDonald's All Americans. And hey, salute to Dawn. She was able to get them to come, to play in South Carolina. But all I would say is that their teams, including Iowa, we got to figure out how to recruit better. I'm gonna talk about this more in the future, but we cannot just have Addison Deal and Johnny Houston. We got to put more around them. We got to put more around them. We got to keep the top 4-star, 5-star recruits coming. We got to play the portal perfectly. Um, if there's somebody out there, we need to get them. Just like we got Lucy this year. Um, so much talent is coming. Aaliyah Chavez is coming in this upcoming college season. Jasmine Davidson is coming to USC. So talent is everywhere. So 5-star recruits are everywhere. So it cannot just be Addison Deal doing her thing. And we'll talk more about that. Have you heard whether Leah Guyton is really looking around or was that a fake post? I hope it was a fake post. You know, I think she could do wonderful things for us in the future. I hope she's patient enough to give it time. I also think it depends on if we get like a Kate Harpring. There's a bunch of good guards out there, not just Kate Harpring that are coming in. Um, I think for me, I wanted Jordan Spicer, who chose Kansas State. I wanted another big guard to come in with Addison. So hopefully we can address that in the portal. Johnny Houston isn't really a big guard. I think she's like 5'11". Wanted to get another big guard to pair with Addison. Um, don't want to talk too much about Addison because we got forever to talk about her incoming. But I think that she's gonna be a really nice addition. So let's see here before I get out of here. Um, the Hawkeyes crew Sunday with 0 close Wisconsin matchups. Damn, we got a 30-game winning streak over the Badgers. Damn, let's keep that going. That's crazy. That is crazy. If we don't win, it's a disappointment. It's a damn disappointment. So we got to take care of our business. Are there any blue chip bigs coming to Iowa? Layla Hayes is coming here. She's a 4-star recruit. But I've watched footage on Journey Houston and Addison Deal. But I can't find much. I don't know if it's because she's from Alaska, but I cannot find much coverage on Layla Hayes. Because I would like to see clips, highlight something. Maybe I need to check IG, X, Twitter, because I can't find no footage on incoming freshman 6'5" Layla Hayes for Iowa out of Alaska. And I would, yeah, Layla Hayes. Take out the E. So Hays. I'm gonna look her up. See, can I find some footage? Like I can't find no footage on her at all because I'm like, okay, let me see what she looked like in high school. They got us predicted to win 77-68 over Wisconsin on Wednesday. I think if we lose, I think we're gonna be a bubble team, William. I mean, I'm just gonna say that before I go. If we lose, which I hope like hell we don't, that would just be disastrous. And I do think Wisconsin is gonna play with some fire, and some pride. But I think we're gonna. If we lose, we're gonna be on the bubble. So we need to win that game and try to figure out how we could get one more game. Um, maybe more. Oh, she's 6'4". Let me look up. She's 6'4". I almost put the E in there. Yeah, so that's it. Two games minimum. Anything on that they got a little profile on her. Before then they had nothing. It says Hayes played at Wasilla. She's a center. It said Hayes' ability to finish at the rim and protect it on the other end sets her apart from most of her peers nationally. Well, this says 6'5". Something ain't right. Let me show you this real quick. See there? Layla Hayes, 6'5". But then if we look down, ESPN says 6'4". I don't know. If she's 6'5", maybe she gonna grow to be 6'5". That's gonna be awesome. I'm not sure her and Ava Hayden could play together, but it's going to be a very nice incoming class this season. 68th prospect in the nation, I'm assuming. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, But for now, the plan is to take care of Wisconsin. Again, a minimum of 2 wins gets us in. I think if we could end up 22-10, anything else would just be icing on top of the cake. So yeah, you want to see her dunk? I don't know if she can. I know Toby Fournier is really special from Duke. She could dunk. But yeah, let me get up out of here. I keep saying we need to do more of these. And we do. So, but yeah, let me get up out of here and trying to avoid this catching this cold. So let me go ahead and take my medicine, get in here, rest up, check out some game footage. The regular season is over, but it's some games I want to watch. But with that, hey, thanks for coming out. Appreciate you for popping through, Will. Really do appreciate you coming through and contributing to the chat. It means a lot. But with that, go Hawkeyes, go Bruins. RC is out. I'll catch y'all the next time.